Minecraft has always had the potential for having an unsettling, strange atmosphere. I really think this was produced in more older versions of the game, like in versions alpha and beta, when the game came out in 2009, mostly from 2009 to 2012, 1.5 to 1.8 era. I started playing this game when I was very young, probably around the age of 10 or 11. When I was at that age, one of my very first worlds I ever zoomed up and built in was a 1.7.3 world I created when I was 11 years old. It was one of the most proudest things I've ever created in my life. Well, at the time. I built a little brick cabin with crafting tables, chests, furnaces, beds, a huge castle out of cobblestone with netherrack paprits and towers. It was full of rooms like dining tables, a bedroom, library, fireplace, storage, a farm, nether portals, staircases, bridges of stone, and minecart railways connected to other platforms for better travel. You know how it goes when you're making these things. It was a fortress I made of man, and it was beautiful in its own weird way. It took me hours the night previous, scouring my old save files and data packs, and I found this lonely folder sitting collecting cobweb and dust on my computer. I honestly was shocked to find it there, almost waiting for me. I hadn't been on this world for over 10 years, a full decade, and let me tell you, it was a strange feeling loading it up. Like seeing an old, uneasy friend. The reason I'm recording this video is because this will be one of my last Minecraft videos on the channel. Ever. I just think although Minecraft is a great game, you build, craft with your friends, you fight mobs, you explore the hidden world, it has run its fine course for me. The drive to make this type of content has come to an end. I thought it fitting to film this me walking through the world I built when I was 11 years old. But I would be lying if I didn't say, playing this game as a kid late at night alone in my bedroom for hours in the dark, it gives off this odd feeling, ominous-like. And suddenly this game, that's generally kind of happy and adventurous, just for some reason takes a turn to be sort of creepy. I mean, think about it. I know we've all been there. Anyone who's played Minecraft long enough knows about it. Mainly in the older versions. You were alone in this wide open big world. You were wandering through chopping trees, mining, getting food, building, exploring, and you were utterly alone. Completely in this empty space, this empty void. It's single player, so it makes sense of course, but it's still an odd feeling. It reminds me of a creepypasta called No Players Online. Long story short, it's about a kid playing an arcade game, first-person shooter, late at night alone in his room. And normally in a large game map or servers, when it's populated by a bunch of human players, you're the only one on. And it's creepy, because it gives you this feeling of isolation. And then the game starts talking to him, as if it's another living being. It's pretty scary. That is what Minecraft was to me at the time. Like, plenty of times as a boy, playing in the dark at my desk, doing my thing in the game, and in the back of my mind, even at that age, I was alone in this big world, with no one to interact with or talk to. I guess us as humans, when we're alone, we start to feel like we're being watched, like someone else is with us, out there somewhere. And you get this weird feeling of paranoia, always turning around to look behind you. I don't know if it's the lighting in these versions or about the atmosphere or what. Something about the way it's designed. I have to say there's something creepy about it. 1.7.3 was very different from modern Minecraft now. Now with all these updates and new biomes, mobs, items, caves, blocks, it feels like such a different game than when we were young. But back then, Minecraft was very simple. There are only like 5 biomes. Forest, desert, plains, with caves and a few oceans, and snow. Not near as many items or mobs. Nighttime was horribly dark to the point of jet cold tar to where you had to use a torch all the time. There were no horses or deep caves, no book and quills or new flowers, no bees or ambient sounds. There wasn't even a map or compass yet. Just sense, except for you walking, the occasional sheep baa or pig truffle or breaking blocks with your tools. Maybe it was because the world feels forgotten, abandoned, sort of feels left behind, not wanted. Very few people play the old versions now, which, obviously, because the newer ones have much more to do in them. So when you come back to an old viney world, it's a bit like visiting an old house that's been dead for 100 years. Since this is one of my last Minecraft videos, I figured it would be fun to just talk about weird things that I encountered while playing this world years before. I still remember it. It's like stuck in my mind. And it's very nostalgic being back here, like walking through this building that I built at the age of 11. It's weird. This isn't going to be some creepy Herobrine encounter or mysterious messages left under a tree. This will be sort of a talking video, sitting in a tavern, having an ale type of story. You can just sit back and listen as I wander through my old world, speaking about things I found that were, as a kid, I figured strange. So there are a few things I also want to discuss about like the Minecraft community in general, and like kind of like how it grew, and some Herobrine and creepypasta stuff, strange things I encountered in this world, and yeah, that's about it really. And kind of how the whole like Herobrine thing started, and like the first encounter, and then like the Disc 11 thing, and piracy, and the liminal space of it all. Minecraft's beta version was just weird, man. It was just a weird version. And I was pretty proud of like this castle. I like worked really hard on like putting the pistons and like the redstone stuff together. It took me like weeks and weeks and weeks to build this like epic fortress. And I was pretty proud of it as a kid. And, you know, at the time, it just seemed like it would last forever. Like, even back then, like, there wasn't even, like, redstone comparators and stuff, or, like, colored glass. There wasn't colored beds or anything like that. It was just, like, very basic. And I still kind of like that in a way. Like, I feel like Minecraft now has just gotten so complicated with all the things that they're adding today, like, in 1.20. Like, and don't get me wrong, I love the cherry blossom biome, but it's just, it's bizarre. So there were some things in this world that like were just weird for me to encounter. Like, that as a kid, I guess I didn't really think much of at the time, but like looking back at it now and like going through it as an adult, like at the age of 25 now, it's just, it's kind of a different perspective. Walking through these rooms that like my character was in over a decade ago, the same character, because like I have the Steve skin on. Like back then you didn't have custom skins, like it was just you had Steve or Alex and that was it. But the spider cave was like the weirdest thing to me. Like the spider spawner, I had like dug down into this like cave to get like different minerals. And there was a spider spawner just like sitting in the center with some like a dungeon, like loots, which nowadays dungeons are like incredibly rare, and like diamonds are like super easy to find now, because like back in this version diamonds were like so scarce. Like you would be lucky if you found 2 diamonds. I'd spent months and months and months on this world, but there was like this like weird stone architectural doorway that had just like formed. Like all the cobblestone on the floor I had like mined out and placed myself, but that was like weird. I just thought that was weird, that like symmetrical way of this like stone doorway that formed, like a 6x6 thing, and I just didn't like, I thought it was like maybe a world glitch or a generational chunk error, but like I guess I don't know, it was just weird. There was also some other things that I encountered while playing on this world. I encountered a redstone tunnel, like a 2x2 tunnel, which is the very like cliche, like no leaves on trees, redstone torches, creepy signs, figures in the distance, like very like stereotype Herobrine, like creepy aura. And I found it, and I don't remember placing those redstone torches. I kind of maybe remember digging, maybe strip mining there, so maybe I actually made the tunnel or something. But I didn't place the redstone torches because redstone was really hard to find. I didn't have a lot of it, and I'd used most of it making like the gates and stuff like that worked. So I don't know. I don't know what it was. I don't know if I like found it or something or constructed it. But I thought that was strange that there was just like two redstone torches just placed there. Now for those, there was a sign that did appear in my world. It was in like this birch forest, oak forest area, and it was a sign that said, "I see you." And as a kid, playing that at night, it freaked the fuck out of me. Like, it just was so eerie. And at that point in my world, I think I stopped playing it for a little bit. Because when I first started it, everything was normal for the longest time. And then seeing like just like these weird little glitches and these weird things out of place every now and then, it was strange. Like, I never experienced like doors closing on their own or something, or I heard like other footsteps behind me while walking somewhere. But like, I didn't place this sign here. Like, you can believe me or not. Like, this video could be totally fake or whatever, but this is my world from when I was 11, and I haven't been on it for over a decade. And so I basically just loaded it up and hit record and started talking. So I thought at first that my sister had got onto my computer and went in my world and placed that there to like scare me, because me and my sister were both obsessed with Minecraft at the time because it was a new game. There was a point where I did find these cobblestone crosses. That was weird. There were 3 of them on like this beach area where I would usually go and get like my glass to smelt from the sand. And I didn't place those there either, and I thought it was just a generational chunk problem. And I, again, tried to rationalize it. But even like those things are just bizarre in this type of game. And and so I kind of like, I think as humans we try to rationalize, you know, scary things, like our unexplainable things that happen to us, and we try to rationalize, be like, oh, it was just the wind when the window shut on its own, or, you know, I heard footsteps downstairs, but it was probably like a dog barking, or I had this creepy sign appear, but I probably placed it there and just was being weird and didn't remember it. Like, we try to like rationalize thoughts in our mind to make ourselves less uncomfortable. But I swear to God, I like didn't place that sign, and I genuinely thought someone like hacked into my world, like my single player world, which was such an unusual thing back in the early 2000s when this game came out. Like, that never happened. But I still tried to like be like, oh yeah, like it's just some weird thing that is in my world, and I just ignore it and just continue playing. I want to talk about like some things like about early Minecraft versions that just were so different from now, that just gave it an unsettling spec. So number one was like the fog part, was the render distance couldn't like keep up with like the FPS that was running. And so a lot of the time your character in the game couldn't see very far ahead of him, which in itself is kind of unsettling. But so you could like stumble into off a cliff and just die and lose all your items, and it sucked. Or you fell into a pool of lava and just burned to death. But like this kind of stuff, like the fog was so creepy because you just didn't like, you could barely see in front of you. And there were even times as a kid where I thought I would see something, like a figure in the distance, like a player figure in the distance, like moving among the trees in the fog. But again, I would just be like, oh, it was just a creeper or a zombie or a sheep, like running past me or something. But in the back of my mind, I always thought I would see stuff. And that is the point, because when our minds play tricks on us and we freak ourselves out, especially at night, because for some reason, like, nighttime is just different. It's just weird, it's eerie, it's unsettling, it's like it's dark and it's quiet compared to like the daytime where it's like bright outside and it's like the hustle and bustle of life. But definitely playing this game by myself at a young age as a kid, and like walking through that dense fog, like it enveloping the world around you and just not being able to see clearly, it was such a strange feeling of loneliness. And that's like another thing I want to talk about this version real quick, is just like the utter like being alone in this world. Because in this version there were no like villagers or villages. And it was very hard to play with your friends because you had to set up like this weird LAN server, and you had to kind of be in each other's houses for it to work instead of cross-playing like there is now with Java and Bedrock. And now, like, there's just this utter loneliness in this world. Like, you feel like you are truly alone. Because at its core, Minecraft is technically it's medieval, despite like the Nether portal and like the futuristic like redstone stuff. It's a medieval like sandbox game where you get in and you survive. That's the point. And you build your home and you just kind of like explore and collect things. And so knowing, like, I never thought about that in a way as a young kid like I do now. As I'm older, that it's like, it's so, I'm in this world. Because back then, the world was not infinite with millions of blocks like now. I think the world in this version was only like 10,000 blocks. So like, there was an end, like you could get to the end of the world. And at the end of the world, there was this thing they took out of the game in the past called the Farlands, which was like this weird, huge, mountainous, like spherical, like tunnely amalgamation of grass and rock and dirt that just like went on for miles. And there was nothing in it except just like weird generational chunks of the land. And I don't know why they took it out. It was really cool because you can only access it now by installing mods. But it was just weird because they called it the Farlands, and it was just a bizarre thing at the end of like the Minecraft blocky globe to find. I don't know, it was just weird. Knowing that you were alone and that there's no physical entities other than like the mobs, like zombies and creepers and spiders and skeletons and like pigs and cows and stuff, like, and your dogs and cats, like that was it. Like you just wandered around this world. There's no ambient sound, there's no birds chirping, there's no water running, there's no leaves rustling, there's no wind. It's just like your footsteps on the grass and silence. And that to me as a kid even slightly creeped me out because it's just like there's no one else in this wide like blocky world but me. And I have to survive and build, and there's no one to talk to. Like, there's no friends in there. Because, like, I've played Minecraft with my girlfriend, and we both like the game, and we've built our own survival worlds. But it's different because, like, I'm playing in the same room as my girlfriend, and we're talking and building things, and we're in the same world together as physical beings. So that's different than just being in, like, a creepy setting where it's, like, you're by yourself completely, and you're just isolated. And it goes back to that No Players Online creepypasta story where it's just like you're just alone and it's lonely. And it's a strange feeling to feel as a kid. Because as a kid you don't think about those more intense, complex emotions until you're an adult, of loneliness and guilt and sadness and jealousy and anger and happiness and stuff. And you just don't think about stuff like that. But even playing that, like just being alone, it's just weird. You know? Because Minecraft honestly slightly reminds me of liminal spaces. And for those who don't know what liminal spaces is, it's like kind of like the back rooms, but it's like these like weird vacant places, like buildings and rooms, where it's very similar to our real life reality, but there's something just slightly off about it. So that's what Minecraft reminds me of. And this also kind of begs into the question of like when Herobrine started to accumulate on the internet at that time. And I'm curious to ask you guys, like, did you guys believe in the legend of Herobrine when it was first being like created in the world? Because I believed in it, I think. I don't actually honestly remember if I believed in it or not. But I remember as a kid that I wanted it to be real. Like, I went out into the Minecraft world and, like, wanted to find him. And then, like, every little weird thing I would find in my world, I would, like, justify it as, like, oh, yeah, that's Herobrine. He's in my world. He's haunting me, and I'm creeped out. I'll kill him and fight him. It was just so fucking stupid. Because Herobrine was like originated, I think, like in 2011. It was just like the ghost of a dead miner who died, but we don't know how he died. And he has white glowing eyes, and he watches you from a distance and terrorizes you and stalks you, and then eventually kills you if you get too close. And he like corrupts your world and causes all these weird things to happen. Because like all over YouTube, especially when YouTube was becoming a thing in 2008, which was a new internet thing where you could post music and videos and cat videos at the time. It's not at all what it used to be. Because I remember it pretty detailed when I was younger. Because like everyone was posting, like I saw Herobrine in my Minecraft single player world, and I encountered these weird things, and some of it was funny and some of it was genuinely scary. Like, especially seeing that as, like, a young kid and being like, oh my god, there's, like, this, like, dead ghost miner in, like, my world, and he's gonna kill me, like, and murder me. Like, that was, like, super freaky. And I also loved how, like, Minecraft went out of their way in their updates to put a thing at the end of their list of things added into the game, like, new things, like Herobrine removed, that just, like, enhanced the lore of this, like, weird ghost man. Cause like it was just weird because there was all these things about like like people like posting videos of them encountering weird things in their world, and like I found this floating house and this is weird that I didn't build, but clearly they built it, like trying to pose it as like this creepypasta video that they like made, but really they like actually like recorded it and like built the set, but it's fake. Because I generally as a kid didn't like think that Herobrine was fake. I thought he was real, and it was just like such a weird thing at the time. But like it was just like kind of like the surge of like, you know, media and just like the internet, and like creepypastas were kind of being born in the early 2000s, and Herobrine was like such a big thing. Like as of now, like obviously it's not, and like honestly right now, do I believe in Herobrine? No, I don't think it's a real thing. And even as a teenager I stopped believing in it, but as a kid I did. Because there were people just posting videos about it all the time on their YouTube channels, and it would get tons of likes and views, and people would be like, oh my god, this is so real, this is so scary in the comments. And like watching those videos as a kid like was so nostalgic to think back on, because like I genuinely got freaked out by those. Like they like rattled my core, and I was like, oh my god, Herobrine's like gonna climb through my computer and like get me in my nightmares. But yeah, then there was like the cheesy thumbnails and the like, OMG, it's 100% real, a must watch, and most of it was clickbait and stuff. But there were like some really old ones that were recorded like 12 to 13-ish years ago that were actually legitimately debatable if they were fake or not. Because during those alpha days, you know, Minecraft was very, very like tame. It was not the like game it is now, like I've said before. And it's just changed completely, and it's not even the same game, because Herobrine was such a big thing, and there was like, you know, it exploded over the internet in the early 2010s, and it was just like all like every time you searched up Minecraft, Herobrine sighting after Herobrine sighting, and it was wild, man. And I think it died down like around like 2015, 2016 era. And I mean, now there's like mods like the one that I did on my channel not that long ago. What was it called? Was it The Man from the Fog or something like that, which was really fun to record, but also it was very scary to play. Like they have mods like now where you have to like build the like classic like gold, you know, 8 gold blocks, a mossy cobblestone in the middle, 4 redstone torches around it, netherrack on top, and you have to light it. and that's a Herobrine spawner, and that like lights hero, like basically like sends Herobrine into your world, and like lightning's supposed to strike or whatever. It's all these things, but yeah, I mean, I think the first sighting of Herobrine was recorded in 2010, and it was taken by this screenshot of this guy who I don't think anyone really knows what happened to him or where he disappeared to online, but it was basically like the first ever post or mention of Herobrine's existence, and that's what basically started the cult of it. And then years after that, it just kind of developed like Entity 303, who like had a white cloak and red eyes, and then Null, who was like an all-black character and like crashed your computer. It was just wild, man. It was just a wild time. But yeah, it's just a crazy thing. And I remember there was a guy that recorded this this video in the alpha version where he like encountered Herobrine and in like a cave, and I genuinely cannot still, as of today, think if that is fake or real, like if it's a farce, because sir, I can tell you, like, it's such a weird thing to see that, because it was edited so well and it was done so well, and the guy's acting was like Oscar worthy at the time, and so I just didn't know like if it was real or not. But it like fired a storm on the internet and like accumulated all more secrets about Herobrine, and like what was he up to in your world, and why was he there, and is he trying to communicate with us. Like there was like the whole YouTuber Along Came Josh with his Herobrine Encounter series, and then people recording Minecraft maps and creepy things, and a lot of it was kind of crap, honestly, because I would go into like, there would be a thumbnail saying like, we found Herobrine in like 11.9 or something, and I would be like, oh my gosh, I gotta watch this is awesome. And it was clearly clickbait, because like then it was just dudes like fucking around and playing in a stupid Minecraft map, and maybe like one weird thing happened, but that was about it. And I was like a little disappointed, because I liked creepy stuff and I liked dark stuff even as a kid, and like gothic like history stuff. And I don't know about you guys, but I was like genuinely fascinated by like the lore of Minecraft growing up, and the pull and thread of Herobrine and like what it entailed. And so like I would genuinely like seek it out when I was playing it as a boy, and just like trying to find anything that resembled his appearance. Yeah, it was just weird, man. There was like this funny video I saw recently on YouTube where this guy was like, he said he like found this house in a ravine or something that wasn't his, and he didn't build it, and it was like really stupid, and he was like freaking out and putting text on his video like saying like I didn't build this house, and it's like it's really creepy and stuff. But like when he found the house and like entered it, it was just like a really like normal nice house that he probably built. And then there was like this weird cut in the video, and it said that he died, but then when he like went to sleep in his bed, you can clearly see in the chat where it says like your game mode has been updated. So like this fucker like slyly out of camera like changed his game mode to make it look like he died and like something scary happened, but really like nothing happened. And so like there was a lot of like debate on like whether a lot of these videos were like accurate and like real, really. And so it was hard to tell, especially in the early days. But yeah, it was just strange. This also like led into the belief of the Disc 11 myth, because let me tell you, good sirs, the Disc 11 when it came out in Minecraft was one of the most eeriest things I've like ever heard in a peaceful game like Minecraft. And it's just like weird. Like it's like a guy heavy breathing, I think lighting like a flint and steel. I think he's in some cave and he's like coughing and going through like some book. Then he like hears this creepy music and this weird creature growling, and he runs and the music gets all scary, and like cuts out with static, and it's just bizarre. And there's like also a whole like discussion and argument on that, like whether like what kid like there was this whole mystery about it. Like it was actually like 100 years ago in the Minecraft world, like it was a miner that was like in the cave finding ores like gold and diamonds, and then he was like flipping through a map or a book, and he was coughing because it's dusty and it's wet in the cave and he's getting asbestos. And God. And then like the creepy thing, like there was all these theories about it, like it was Herobrine that attacked him, and like this disc was found in like the ancient libraries of a stronghold, and Herobrine put it there for other future players to find and try to figure out its meaning. And then like there was other debatables that a wolf attacked him, or an enderman, or a creeper or something. Because oh my god, like a little tangent real quick, like a little note, like one of the scariest things in Minecraft actually is like just like going about your business, and then just like, because creepers are so silent, and then you just like they're just appear behind you and blow up and just destroy your life is like the scariest moment to me in Minecraft. Or just like digging straight down and then like falling in a pit of lava and just losing everything. That was like the shittiest game level design I think ever in my entire life experiencing. But anyway, yeah, like people put it through like a spectrogram, which if you don't know what a spectrogram is, it's like basically like an audio program that can read radio waves. And there was like this whole fucking thing where like they put disc 11 in in this like radio wave thing, and like there was like a face and like a code of numbers that appeared in it, and they were like, that's Herobrine's face, or it's the face of the dead miner, or the dead miner is Herobrine, and this is his backstory, and he's like coming back in the world after wrongfully being killed to get vengeance on other players that are living a better life. Like it generally was interesting. I like made a disc 11 video not too long ago actually, where I kind of did that theory. So yeah, I think I'll play that as well if you want. There was also like this, oh yeah, this was really weird. This was like genuinely the only time that I played Minecraft that I was horribly confused. Was like, oh my god, like I was in the snow biome. I sadly cannot find it. I don't know if I can find it in this world. that I'm exploring, but like I took a picture of it. It was in the folder with my saves file, and like this big ass like cobblestone bridge that went across this huge, like between two mountains that I did not build. Like I just came across it. Like the house in front of me, I built, but during the time I built that bridge wasn't there, and then I moved from the snow to like the grassy forest, and then when I came back, I remember seeing that, and I was like, I did not build that, and that genuinely concerned me, because I was like, what the fuck? And I think that was the note that made me stop playing on this world, because after seeing like the redstone stuff and the sign and the crosses, and just feeling like being watched and just seeing that bridge, I was just like, yeah, no. And then I just quit the world. I just haven't visited it until today. So that was genuinely weird. There was also like this whole thing with like piracy videos and stuff. And there was like this guy named Vloxen who uploaded this creepy like analog VHS horror thing. And he claims it's real. Like it's from a player playing in like 2011, and in like some like beta version, and he claims it's real, and it's just fucking creepy. Like I don't know if it's fake. I mean, probably it is, but like I don't know. But there was a whole thing like literally from like 2011 to like 2014. There was like this like purge of like people trying to get Minecraft for free, and I was like, really? Like it's not that expensive. It's like $26, and you have the game, like the whole game to yourself, like forever. You just have to download it and install the right version. Like it's not that complicated. But there were so many people. Like there was like I think like in the Minecraft, like the Minecraft developers or like the Minecraft community, like there was like a literal problem of like a piracy crime where like people were like downloading like these creepy off-brand hex versions of the game because they didn't want to pay the lazy $20 to like get the actual like compartment, and it was like glitchy and had all the blocks are missing, and there was like errors loading the world, and it was corrupted and shit. And so I don't know, because the guy who posted the video claimed that it was real and someone who downloaded a illegal piracy version of Minecraft in 2011. So I don't know. That could be a mystery to me. The best part though about like posting, I've gotten like comments on like my past like Minecraft Herobrine and creepypasta videos I made with my girlfriend and like on my own, like 2 to 3 years ago when I was starting my channel out, my Mr. Jack-O-Lantern channel. And obviously, like, those videos I made are completely fake. Like, they're for entertainment purposes. Because I just like horror. And, like, generally, like, Minecraft, I think, low-key is a horror game at its core, even though it doesn't intend to indeed that way. Like, I've gotten so many funny comments, and I was going through, like, the old videos the other day, and I found this, like, really funny comment from, like, this fucking kid who like loves my videos that I make and post and loves my Minecraft videos and like has watched like all my creepypasta videos and shit and like theorized on the mysteries in it and like the entities. And there was this comment that like chilled my bone to the core. Like it shook my heart. And so I think I'll read it for you guys real quick before the video ends. So I took a screenshot of it, and it just chilled me to the core. So let's read it together slowly, okay? I saw fluting hoose in my Minecraft world. I did not build it. I thunk Herobrine in my world, guys. It's made out of nether brick, cobble, red glass, red touch, and a sing that says Jill, Swede term for help. Help. He's hunted my world. Absolutely chilling. Oh my god, I was shaking and quaking in my boots when I read that shit, man. I go on Frostlight Studios 1081. Dude, we should investigate that together to see if it's actually Herobrine. Oh my god, that made my day, man. That made my day when I got that comment on one of my my Man for White Eyes like film series that I did with my girlfriend. Oh my god, that was funny. Thanks, kid. Cause like, I just have steered away from Minecraft because I just don't play much multiplayer anymore because it's honestly very sad how the Minecraft community has developed over the last like few years, like 4 or 5 years. Especially with like Hypixel Bed Wars, like 2 years ago even, it was rare to run into like a team of sweats and hackers in the game. And for those who know this and know what I'm talking about, you understand my pity and my frustration with it. But like I would just be like, oh well, that's annoying, and move on and go to a different match. And usually I would actually win a couple games or get to the Dragon Death match, and it just sucked because like now it's just full of sweats and hackers that use different clients and reach and damage, like non-damage and wall hack, and it's just terrible because and they just talk so much shit and they're so toxic and they just treat people like crap just because they're hiding behind a screen and they're a coward, and they just tell people like you're bad, it's skill issue and blah 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 blah, and it's even though they're cringe insults, it still like hurts someone because they're just trying to have fun and play the game. Because ultimately Minecraft was designed to be a relaxing game and to play with your friends and build and get creative. And the fact that now that it's developed and turned into this toxic like bubble, it just sucks, man. Like it's just the Minecraft community is just terrible now. It's just not like it used to be. And I miss the good old days when I used to play it when I was younger. But yeah, people just went like really hard into the world of Minecraft and its like hidden secrets. And it was honestly, it was interesting, but it was a little ridiculous at times. I do believe that there is hidden lore and there's kind of a story in Minecraft. Like at least, I mean, like technically, like you have an ending. Like your end goal is to like find the stronghold, collect all the Ender eyes, and get to the end, and then defeat the Ender Dragon. I mean. And then you get like this 10-minute text of basically saying like, hey, quit playing video games and go play outside kind of motto. But, you know, there's just different things with the old Minecraft, like especially with the darkness. Like when it got night in alpha and beta, it was night. Like it was so dark. Like you could barely see unless you're like squinting at 2 inches away from your screen. It was just unbelievable. And I think a lot of that too set in the terror and like fright of players new to the game, and like not only just running into mobs unexpectedly and like defending for your life, but just like not knowing what's like waiting out there for you was probably the most scariest part to me. But yeah. And despite all like the creepypastas that happened and then like the new theories and all these like the monkey man and the red man and oh my god, if you build obsidian this high, like a ghost is gonna come into your world, or like you're gonna freak out, and like if you like breed too many pigs, like a creepy dream creature is gonna come after you and put you in the back rooms, and or like there's a creepy like creature or dog that's gonna come after you in the caves or the jungle or whatever. And it's just like it got bananas. And I think that's what's happened now is like people now making creepypastas on YouTube with Minecraft. It's just so recycled and repetitive, and it's just kind of crap. Like there's this guy named Raygloom on YouTube, and look, I'm not disregarding the videos he makes. He has every right to make them, but it's my opinion, and my personal opinion is like they're just not that scary. Like creepypastas are not as scary as they used to be a few years back when people were doing all that stuff in Minecraft, because all he does is that he's like, it just feels like he's just like farting out ideas that make no sense, and the storyline is just cringe. And then like half of the video is just text saying like, oh my god, what was that over there? And like, oh my god, when the player turned around, the window was missing. And like, it was like just basic white text on a black screen, and it just took me out of it, and it wasn't immersive, and it was just like, what the hell am I watching? Minecraft honestly is a hidden gem nowadays. And it's just, the game is just so different now that revisiting these old versions and revisiting like old Minecraft map and single player world, it feels so different. It's just so unique in its own way, if that makes sense. But that's why there's the like unsettling atmosphere to it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it's just because it feels like I'm going into a dilapidated building that's covered with vines and rusted planks and broken glass and just like bent doors, and it's just like crumbling. Because it was nostalgic, but it was very odd going through, just running around the world and seeing all these places that I built when I was a kid all those years ago, and just not revisiting it until today. It was a feeling I just kind of can't really describe, because Minecraft now is like exploded, and it's like a huge multiplayer game now, and you can play like high pixel mini games, and you can play you can have your own custom servers that you pay for monthly, and you have hundreds of players join it weekly or daily, every day. And people build these crazy builds in Minecraft, and they make all these crazy Minecraft maps with all these new command blocks and all this coding. And like when you're playing Minecraft maps now, they don't even feel like you're playing Minecraft. Like it's an entirely different genre, depending like whether it's an adventure map, a horror map, or like find the button or parkour. And back when I was a kid, when this world was fresh and new, the one that we're on right now, it was so, Minecraft maps were not advanced like they are today. Command blocks didn't really exist. I think command blocks started coming in around like 1.9 or 1.10 roughly, kind of around the ocean update, when we got like stuff like that. So most maps were made out of redstone and redstone repeaters and pistons and buttons and levers and signs and stuff. So there was no book and quills, and there was no like anything like that. It was very, very like rustic looking. And honestly, like going back to those adventure maps that kids made, like kids would make them, they were fun to play and record. Because even back then, like, people used Bandicam and, like, Skype and shit to record their Minecraft videos. And now we got QuickTime Player and all these high-tech, technology things. Because we're in the age of technology, like, it's so much easier to do things like that now. Because even, like, back in the old Minecraft, it's familiar and it's not familiar. I made a Minecraft video not that long ago, I think like 2 months ago, about the going back to an old saved world on your computer that you haven't visited in like 8 years, and just like I did like a creepy horror aspect on it, that it's like haunted and stuff. But for this one, I actually just wanted to like sit and talk about it, because that's a lot different than just doing a 12-minute video of trying to scare you. But yeah, it's just really interesting and stuff. And so, because Minecraft now, because even like maps like Biggie's like dropper map, when that first hit, the Planet Minecraft store, people were like flipping out because it was like a new like dropper Minecraft, and no one has ever heard about it before, and it was like a new game to play. And parkour was kind of new at the time, and horror maps were kind of new at the time, and so it was just like kind of this population of genres within the Minecraft video game, era and time period, that it just started developing over the years and getting better and better. Because honestly, I don't think Minecraft will ever die. It is too popular a game. I mean, it is one of the most recognizable trademark games in the entire world as of today. It's the most popular game, and it's like, I think it's sold over 300 million copies. from Sweden or something like that in like the span of like 2 years or 5 years or something. I mean, I don't think Minecraft will ever go away because of how famous it is and how many people know it. Like pretty much almost everybody in the world knows what, at least if they haven't even played the game, they at least know what Minecraft is. And I mean, it's made Notch, the creator of Minecraft, literally like one of the richest people in the world. And I mean, journey to him, he earned that. You know, he created an amazing game over years. And but I do think that it's lost its luster like it used to. It just doesn't feel the same like the old versions, and it's just kind of sad in a way. Like it's kind of fading out of existence. So I don't know. But I mean, for me personally, I think it's kind of run its course for me, because yes, you can build whatever you want and you can do all these things, but there's also only so much you can do before getting bored, especially if you're playing by yourself. I don't know, it's just an interesting thought. But really all this, I think, bottles down to is like, what is like the purpose of Minecraft in a way? Like, despite that it's fun to play and it's a cool game, it's great to pass the time. Like, I think the purpose is like, you get your house, you build, you craft, you explore, you collect, and survive to the best of your ability. You have your companions along the way, like your dog, and I think that's it. You just kind of like live in this world completely alone. And that's like the chilling factor of it, I think. That's the chilling factor. But I think this video's gone on long enough, and I'm kind of tired of talking. Honestly, it's late at night while I'm recording this, so it's like 12:50 a.m. I need to go to bed. But yeah, I mean, it was nice to kind of sit and talk about like just experiences with Minecraft, you know, in the past. So thank you guys for listening. I definitely will make every now and then a Minecraft video. For example, maybe do like a Halloween map during the holidays, or a Valentine or Christmas map or something like that. Or like a St. Patrick's Day map. Something fun like that. But I think from now on, unless I want to mess around with some fun mods and stuff, or do like some type of survival series, I just think Minecraft has come to an end on my channel for a while. I don't have the drive to make videos on the game anymore. I think it's spent, and my creative outlet for it is dry. But that doesn't mean that it's going away completely forever on my channel. I still will post occasional Minecraft videos on this channel. I mean, that's what I started with when I started Mr. Jack-O-Lantern, so it's kind of like my backbone. But there's so many other things I want to create and entertain people with that Minecraft, I'm kind of burned out with it, honestly. I've stopped playing it as much. I don't play it as much as I used to. Like, I don't play Bed Wars on Hypixel, or I haven't really actually even played single player in alone like years and years. I've just played with my girlfriend here and there. So I think it's just run its course, and yeah, but I mean, it was nice revisiting this old world one final time and like kind of talking about the weirdness of Minecraft beta and just the strangeness of it. So thank you guys for listening, and thank you guys for watching. And you know, if you guys are playing Minecraft somewhere out there in your little single player world, building yourself a little house, well, enjoy it, because it doesn't last forever. Alright, I'm gonna take off, so have a good day and night wherever you guys are, and I see you lovely little jack-o'-lanterns later. See ya.